Hi. I can do better. And as you can see, Joe are going through games on a profile, and I thought this here would be a good time to do it one more time with Joe. I'm going to skip the intro. I'm going to take the clip. I'm going to only watch the clip because right here he then he have a less than half a minute, less than 30-second clip, and then he talks about it in a huge amount. I'm gonna let him talk, then comment on it, let him talk, comment on it, and then I'm gonna have the profiling at the end of the video. Then again, clip one commentary, clip two commentary, then clip one profile, clip two profiles. So I will make the timestamps just like he did. Clip one, clip two, clip one profile, clip two profile. I want to do that specifically because I want to add Joe's account into it. Since he's going through their account, I'm going to go through his account. If his account does not hold up to the standards he's putting on others, well, then you already have it there. He is purposely saying to everyone, well, I'm a cheater. That is what he's purposely saying to everyone by saying these people here needs to stick to a standard where I know that I'm breaking it myself, and I'm telling you these guys here are cheaters partially because the account has been purchased, has been faked, fleshed out with games, blah 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 blah, whatnot. So by saying these people are cheaters because their account indicates they're cheating, they are fake, they're smurfing, they are fleshing out their accounts, then I too am a cheater based on smurfing, fleshing out my account, faking games and such. Same shit. If it goes one way, it should also match and go the other way. Go into it.
Now. No footsteps.
Before he continues, in the intro, he talked about also admitting that he was wrong on the no footstep. And then said, well, they're using aimbot instead. So he admits to being wrong in the moment, but he needs them so hard to be cheating that he doesn't live in reality anymore. You heard them running. You potentially heard their teammate running, whatever. But Joe, nothing there that's really suspicious.
Okay, so if we started here,
so
we can see here, I'm about to intercept these dudes. There's one above and there's one below, seeming.
Okay, so already here, the bounty, the lightning, 2 lightnings. Yes, you are correct, Joe. These are the lightnings for the bounties. What you never should do in Hunt Showdown is take this end of the lightning where it quote unquote lands as specifically where they are. And that's what you're doing in this one here. They are approximately in this direction, in this area. Approximately, not specifically right there. Go on.
Anyway, and we'll watch carry on. So you can actually hear 2 sets of footsteps there. I should have been paying attention more.
Duh.
There are 2 sets of footsteps there.
Yeah.
But you can see if I'm facing this way, I can hear two sets of footsteps here.
No. If you're facing that way, you can hear a footstep over there and a footstep right here, approximately. You're not hearing two sets of footsteps over here. You're hearing footsteps here. Even I can distinguish this. Right now I'm using a headset, but still. Even I can distinguish where these two are coming from. They're not far apart because there's not far between here. Like you got shot 56 meters away. This here is not 56 meters apart. This here is closer to 10, 15 maybe. Maybe.
Got like one's presumably that's in the correct location, right?
No, we got one that is in the correct location and another that also is in the correct location. They are not spoofing the footsteps to be somewhere they are not meant to be. They're not doing that whatsoever, Joe. Not even remotely close to be doing that.
And they're both together. They're both on top of each other, right? They're both running next to each other. And
if they are both running next to each other, then their footsteps should also be next to each other. It's not rocket science, Joe. As long as you're saying they are running next to each other and you're sticking to that story, then you cannot say their footsteps should be further apart because they should be next to each other. Because that's where they are running, according to you. So which is it? Are their footsteps apart or are they next to each other? Which is it?
Instead of like showing them like both like one to the side and one to the other side, it's showing the other one like above, and it makes.
Yes, that's because their footsteps are audibly apart. And the lightning is not accurate. It's an approximation. Is that what it's called? It's approximately indicating where they are. Same when you're using dark side, it's spreading out over the enemy, gathered at the center, but still the center is also a circular area where you cannot say he's directly there. If I shoot here, I hit him. You cannot say specifically that based on the lightning either. So he's in this area, not specifically here.
Makes it look like, you know, one's ahead of the other one.
Yes, they are.
It makes it a little bit confusing. I'm pretty much not even paying attention to how many footsteps I can hear. I'm literally.
That's your fault, not theirs. That's on you, not them.
Just using the map to try and determine where they are. I should have.
And that's your fault. That has nothing to do with them or their footsteps being apart, audibly apart, and yet not directly under the map lightning. Because the map lightning is not a direct indicator of where people are. Again,
I've used dark side, but I didn't really want to.
No, not necessarily. You should have listened.
Known in that way, I guess.
You should have listened.
But I look at this here. I'm looking straight ahead. It looks like they're like running like in front of me, and the other one's like really like further.
Okay, if we take here, this one here seems at the moment to be roughly on the bridge, but I imagine it's going to fall a little. So roughly down here. The other one is roughly down here, as it seems now. But when we then go further in, you're going to see this one here moves back. This one here also moves a little back.
Along. So I'm convinced that like, oh, these guys are actually running away. I'm actually going.
I don't care what you're convinced about.
To miss them, and I'm really not paying attention to the audio that much because I'm.
You saw it there? I knew it. You can see here the lightning has disappeared and he goes out of the map. Here it comes back in. They are closer to down here than they are up here. You can literally see, like, this is where the location where Joe said they potentially are. But they're closer to this position down here on the map. Meaning Joe are fairly close to them. And if we then take all the way back, you can see how. Come on. Joe needs to talk quite a lot. Come on, come on. You can see how much he's talking. There. You can see how far up the lightning already starts. It starts indicating over here even, and then moves over to this position, and then moves down to this position. Like it's not rocket science. This here is an estimation, not an accurate position. Now let's go forward, and let's hear from here.
Now it's like a dude on my right, and then another dude further along.
You're running.
But let's just get a lay of the land here.
Okay, let's get a lay of the land. We have one tree, a bush, one tree, a bush. We have two trees, a slight bush between, one bush in front of the tree. We have a hole between here. We have a hill going up over, actually going down here. We have tree, 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 bush, bush, hole, hole. We have a lot of fucking holes here, Joe. Let's get a lay of the land.
This dude's obviously behind these rocks here. It's pretty much hard, like cover here, like hardish cover.
Pretty much. Okay, here. He can see you from here. In fact, I have no idea what does it look like before you went here. You're looking that way, and you're not even looking further over. Like, you're not even giving yourself the opportunity to figure out how, like, visible you are to the enemies. No, let's go further.
Like, it's very difficult to see me. It looks like there's a lot of stuff here. I don't think I really...
Right here in front of you, there's a lot of stuff. Yes. Right here, there's a fairly good opening. On the other side of this tree, I have no idea. I don't know specifically the location to that extent, but...
Get a good look to my right, but I'm assuming like trees, 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 trees.
I don't care what you're assuming. Your assumptions are completely irrelevant to whether or not these people are cheating. If you don't know, then assume they can see you. So you're assuming incorrectly here.
I'm assuming that there's more like trees and stuff around this.
Again, if you don't know, then assume they can see you. That's how you stay alive. Assume you're visible to the enemy as long as you don't know. If you looked over and knew you're not visible to the enemy, it's a completely different matter, and then I would agree with you. You're not visible. Right now, I assume there's a large hole over there because you have not shown me otherwise, and I don't know that area specifically from this angle. So I don't know how visible you're going to be from that angle.
Way that it's pretty much difficult to see me on this kind of angle here.
Yeah, on the kind of angle you have right here, it's difficult to see you. That I agree with you on. On the angle you have not shown what looks like, fuck it, that could be a huge motherfucking hole that is showing you as clear as day, saying, I'm right here, kill me. That's what the possibility of it is. Assuming doesn't give you shit. In fact, assuming that you're in cover is what actually end up killing you. You have no idea, so you're playing based on I wish. I'm an ostrich putting my head in the dirt saying, you cannot see me because I cannot see you.
So now you can hear them on their right running up.
Mm-hmm. You have still not looked over here, which means right now we are assuming that this angle, this area here has been cleared up because you have changed position, view angle position relative to where you were before. You're further ahead, meaning there could be a larger opening between the trees we saw before that has been cleared up based on you moving around right now.
and they're over this side. I didn't hear them at the time, but they're coming on the right now.
The one from the front is not moving whatsoever compared to the other one. It's the other one that's most audible. That's the one you should be taking care of. That's on you, not them.
Right, and we'll just play that bit again, but we'll just turn the volume up a bit more.
There. Right now, a lot here.
Right,
so you should focus on the second guy because he came running. The other guys started to crouch. You're so single-mindedly stuck on one person. That's a you problem. Also, that happens quite often.
They run and they shoot on the angle where there's basically lots of bushes. And
no. They are running and shooting basically on an angle that is clear of bushes from your current position, not from your previous position. We can go back. We can take frame by frame. You are falling back, so hopefully we can see over here. I'm clicking a button to get it to move like this here. Technically, I should wait for him to get hit and then pause there. Then see what we can see. I could also make it slower. But like it should be roughly around here. Come on. Okay. Come on. See, this angle here is already clearing up. So presumably it's in like an opening right now. Joe in an opening right now. Oh, I can do this. There. Joe are in a clear fucking... I called it. I called it. There's a huge opening right here. I called it. Like, what more is there to say? I called it. Joe changed his relative angle and position with all the bushes to a position with absolutely shit cover. I called it. Assume you can be seen when you're not certain. And he could be seen because he was not certain he was in cover. I called it.
Right, so they run and they shoot on the angle where there's basically lots of bushes and
on an angle that is completely clean of trees and bushes. That's where they shot you from, Joe. Completely clean. No cover whatsoever.
Trees, and you hear them basically run up.
Oh, is that why you actually stopped on this frame here? Because you know going further back would show that you were not in cover? Is that why?
Stop, shoot immediately. They don't take time to aim. They immediately shoot headshot.
No, what they're doing is running while looking to the side. In Escape from Tarkov, you can do it even more intense. But right now, in Hunt Showdown, you can still do it. You can still sprint and look to the side. You're not sprinting in the direction you need to be. You're going further, closer to you by doing so. But it's still possible. And the only thing he needs is approximately this side here of his screen. This angle here of his screen here to capture you and then turn towards you. That's it.
Immediately, which makes me think this is an aimbot. Like 90% certain it's an aimbot. They just ran in, stop, bang, head dome. Very difficult.
No, whatsoever.
Angle. Like if he ran up.
Why are you taking it so early? Why are you purposely lying, Joe?
Then like maybe he has the view, but even if he has the view, like there's literally no time to aim. He just head domes me straight away. And you could say lucky shot all you like, but I think the profile would suggest that this guy is a bit of a cheater. And if you're not convinced by this guy's profile, the next two people's profiles from the second clip should convince you a little bit more, since their profiles are pretty much identical.
Okay, that's fair. You want to gather multiple evidence towards your argument for it. Okay. Again, I'm gonna take the profiles as the last part, last half, I guess. But we're gonna add your profile into the consideration too, and then see compared to what you're saying, does your profile then match above and fits someone that have that amount of games with that amount of game time in the certain games and such things. We're gonna match it, okay?
So we'll go into the profiles right now.
Nope. We're gonna skip to the second clip that is right here, and we're gonna come back to this profile viewing here after this and the commentary.
Count. Who is shooting me?
Well, first and foremost, you got shot on the wall, meaning they came from over here. You could hear the shot come from behind you, again, meaning they came from over here. Potentially over here, because this here is more hidden, and this here they could use a marksman, deadeye, or sniper even to look at you and get you. They could sit over here, but based on the angle, it came from your right ear, right side, I would say. So probably closer to over here than over here. That's my estimation.
There shouldn't be anybody shooting at me or knowing where I am.
And this here is a high intensity, like high exposure. You just got shot at and you're still crouching wherever it is you want to be going, which says a lot about your awareness.
Like nobody. This is somebody just shot me either through the wall.
No. And right there you heard some metal, so that was this guy here running up.
There's dudes behind me. Like, how are they fucking that distance, bro? Like,
well, it's a bounty match. You have the bounty, so they're probably chasing you. Duh. You're still crouching everywhere. They shot at you once, meaning they have your position. And you then clip yourself. So we are losing 24 seconds. 23, 22, 21, 20. We're losing 20 seconds not knowing what is happening, not knowing what the other guys are doing, how they're rotating. So I know for a fact you can just crouch up a lodge, a tree trunk, whatever you want to call that, from up to the roof here. So that's also what you did.
Well, what's my angles though, innit? If I could just get one of them to sit.
Why are you trying to lift your head up compared to what you did just before? You're not going to see further over this angle here. The screen is not going to turn just because you lift your head. It's going to be the exact same angle.
In there.
I do it myself,
letting
but
his head be
like
free.
I think it's funny people do it. You can see you're leaning your head more forward to relax. You're going to see the exact same. In fact, when you look up, your vision is going to be obscured just a little extra. It's not like super much, but it is. Because your eyes needs to refocus on the angle you're taking. Yes, I have had a large conversation with my what do you call the optical doctor, I guess?
Come on. Just come over here and sit right there. Give me a nice juicy headshot.
That's a horrible
This
position to be sitting.
Super handy. Do I fucking have? How do I see my equipment loadout? Can I not see my?
Mr. 1,300 plus hours. Have no idea how you see your loadout. Well, first and foremost, you can just swap main weapon, but you don't have Whispersmith, I imagine. I can see it here. You do have Whispersmith. So you could have swapped your main weapon and they wouldn't have heard shit. Then you would have seen what your two main weapons are together with the entire equipment loadout here. Like, duh. I have 500 hours in the game, and I know that. For that matter, I don't even use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times 4, yeah, 8. I don't use those. I use Q to swap between the weapons. So Q, 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 Q. I scroll through all this here because I feel like that's faster than letting go and then or leaning my hand up and pushing 8. Even like this here, trying it right now, my hand slowly starts hurting because it's such an awkward position for my hand. So I scroll through this entire thing, except for 1, 2, and 3. So melee, medkit, and flare pistol.
Do I fucking... How do I see my equipment loadout? Can I not see my... I don't have it on...
Oh my god, you actually went in there on my team to see your loadout? I swear to God, you do not have 1,300. Yes, you do. Yeah, I'm sorry. You have 1,340 on record on Steam, but you're not playing as if you have that many hours. Right now, what you're doing is play like you have 10 hours in the game. Even they are seeing their loadouts to begin with because they're not changing the opacity and the options.
This build. So annoying. You just open the door, it's going outside.
It sounded like it was just moving outside, actually. You can hear that too. Now, his teammate is under you. I know you're using a silencer. It's reduced noise, but not removed noise. For that matter, that makes noise. That makes noise. That makes noise. That makes noise. For that matter, right there, you're making a lot of fucking noise. You're sitting in the same position. You're activating a dynamite in the exact same position where you shot at. He can hear the dynamite being close to directly above him because of the door. And what do you think that's going to benefit you? That right there is a throw into the building, not even remotely close to where he is. Reloading makes noise. Right now you're sitting in the open, you're obscured by the sound of your dark side and such. He could have crouched out and seen you and killed you. He could have. He's further into the building. He could have. Again, why do you need to clip that? The only thing you're doing right now is help obscure the position of your enemies. We can see what you're doing, but you're obscuring the position of your enemies. We know that guy is still running around inside. The choke is out.
It's the last one, though. It's his last choke.
No, he could have frontiersman. So he could have 3. So what are you whining about now? Like, not whining about. What are you on about now? You should always assume it's a level 50 hunter. Nothing less. Never less. Always assume it's a level 50 hunter with all pledge marks. because that gives you the best advantage to make strategical options and placements and plays based on what is possible in the game. You don't know whether or not his teammate have soul skin. You don't know whether or not his teammate have resilience. You don't know whether or not this guy here have necromancer, whether or not he have frontiersman. Like, there are things that can help him, and you're saying he got nothing. Why? Why put yourself in the mental disadvantage? It makes no sense.
The next one's a burner. The next one's a keeper. What you gonna do?
Well, he's gonna throw his third choke from the option of frontiersman. That's what he's gonna do. Or potentially he's gonna run out, as he did there, run, jump to his teammate, click his teammate once, and that removes the burn from his teammate. He doesn't even need to revive his teammate. He just needs to like touch his teammate and the fire is gone. Even if you place the flare so perfectly on that teammate that it lands on the stomach of him, poking the player with revive will put out the fire and never ignite again. That's what he could do. He could run out, jump on his teammate, click revive, and run back inside, and you would have used your flares. He could have done that to begin with. Would be dangerous, but still, it's a possibility.
He knows.
Oh, you think? That also makes sense. Makes sense. Noise, not sense. Noise. Again, right now he's jumping to try and see if he can see. Yeah, he saw you.
Fuck off.
I don't know what your fetish with barrels is, but you're not having fire. You're not having the quick opportunity to explode things. That there was not to your benefit whatsoever. In fact, you wasted your opportunity to look at the enemy. You hear that he's choking. You saw that guy was playing horribly. And you choose to go for him that's behind cover rather than his teammate that just got revived. Again, with resilience, he would max have 125 life. Max. If I'm not mistaken, that's a one-shot with a crack. Regardless whether or not you're using silencer or other ammunition. The crack should always, if I'm not mistaken, I could be, always do more than 125 damage. So regardless whether or not you got the shot on this guy here, that would have been a kill. This guy would still be behind cover. You could have swapped to your pistol and then taken him from here or in the middle here. Play to your advantage, not theirs. Yeah, that was a clever part on his enemy's move, because he heard him reload over here, so he throws the concertina bomb, limiting the area Joe can move. Because Joe is single-minded, as I said previously. He focuses on one part and thinks that's plenty. What Joe actually should have done here was move to the other area with more cover, rather than back over here where he only had been sitting.
Cheater. 100% cheater. No.
100% cheater, because Joe doesn't know how to move out of the way. He moved back to where he has been staying the entire time. Like, the only place they technically saw Joe was on that side of the roof. Again, his enemy here took away Joe's other half of the roof and limited Joe to where he always have been. Like, that's strategically super clever.
Way underscoring his name, fucking cheating little bit. So there isn't really too much to say on this.
You are right about that. There's not much to say about that. This here can be explained with in-game mechanics, nothing else.
But really, it's basically a fact that I basically positioned myself in a essentially almost 100% winnable position.
Well, no. That is completely incorrect. You placed yourself in a strategic advantageous position and nothing else. It's not. It will never be possible to say it's almost a 100% winnable position. Never. For that matter, the enemies over here could have rotated into the forest here and shot you without cheats whatsoever. They could sit over here and have shot you. They could have rotated all the way over here because you were sitting on the roof, so they couldn't see an angle from you on you from over there. So they went even further over and could have shot you. These guys down here can see you exactly the same time you see them. In fact, they have the advantage position right here. Because what happened with the concertina bomb? He limited your position. Had he then taken a dynamite bundle, dynamite for that matter, and thrown on this side of the roof, you would have died. He had the advantage. And for that, even further, they have this here to go behind to obscure their bodies even further. You're sitting in the open. You have nothing. But I got the roof. I'm on the roof in general. Yeah, sure, you got the high ground. But you have no cover whatsoever. And you will see it when you go over here.
Due to Lightfoot. And I was basically draining them of their resources that eventually...
No, you were draining one of them of their resources. Not both of them. Just one of them. Nothing else.
He would have to poke or put himself in a position in which I could just get the easy kill.
Well, that was such an easy kill you could have gotten, right? But based on saying you have the advantage and them then exposing themselves after wasting their resources, same thing they're doing with you, wasting your flare. They are then an easy shot because you have the advantage with Lightfoot and above on the roof, right? How come you then missed all the shots?
I'm basically forced to do this because there's another team that's taking shots at me from a suspicious distance through the fog.
Wasn't suspicious whatsoever. It was clear that would have been the advantage. It was clear from the very beginning of this clip here that you have the bounty, even seen down here that you have dark side, seeing that you use dark side and got the orange glow based on the knowledge of using dark side while having it from the fortune teller or a single second boosted dark side from the envelopes. You will never be able to have this one here. This one here is what gives you the orange glow, even when your boosted dark side boost, has run out. You still get orange glow on the edge that says players within 75 meters range of me right now. When you then use dark side boost, you get 150 meter range, but you need to use see it on your screen in general. That's why you do a 360 scan and not like waste 2 seconds just looking 180 approximately.
So I think the other dudes seem to be cheating and
No.
they're sort of like thought they could get the shot on me,
No.
push me to this position. I'm basically
No.
trying to wait for them to come to
Stop
me
lying.
so that they will fight each other, but they don't push. It's like they know there's another team there, so
No, they know you are crouching around somewhere here, and that's what they noticed. The reason why you're crouching is potentially because you have scanned to see someone else. So what they're doing is clever. They're taking advantage of you having the bounty, scanning, trying to get close to someone else. That's what they're doing, Joe. It's that simple. Now, even further, if we analyze what is happening, they saw you. They know you are in the area based on you having a bounty. They then need to be careful that you don't scan and target them. So they are potentially sitting in the building here or somewhere out here or in the train yard for cover, trying to like wait for you to go somewhere that's not advantageous to you but them. Logical gameplay.
it kind of adds more leverage that the other people that took a shot at me have wall hacks. And
No one here are having wall hacks. You're exposing your position by shooting and using flare pistol. It really is that simple.
they get so under pressure that they know I'm going to win that
No.
the guy just decides to toggle and hits me with a headshot that I can't
No.
really react to, which makes me
No.
think that immediately it's aimbot. This is some ridiculous level reactions that
No. In fact, it's not even ridiculous level reaction.
this guy does on me. So not really too much to say about this clip here.
You are right. You're right. There's not much to say about it. Are you going to repeat yourself?
Yeah, man, it's just his reactions are crazy insane.
Yes, you
It just
are.
looks like I put a lot of pressure on them. I was basically in a more or less 100% winnable position because
Repeating
I got
yourself.
on top of the roof with
Illusory truth effect. The illusory truth effect, also known as the illusion of truth effect, validity effect, truth effect, or the reiteration effect, is a tendency to believe false information to be correct after repeated exposure. Okay.
Lightfoot, and I was basically draining them of their resources. The first person made a mistake.
You already said that. You have already spent so much time saying it once. Now you're repeating it yet again in order to lie about it? Because you know repeated exposure makes it seem more legit and nothing else.
To go out and investigate, and that pretty much put me in a more or less winnable position with a lot of pressure that I can apply by basically doing nothing and waiting for them to make all the mistakes.
And yet you made the mistake. You were sitting on this portion of the roof. You could have been hiding right over here after he threw the concertina bomb. You could have been hiding over here. Of course, you would need to scan to see where the others were. But over here, you would then have the angle down on him. You would have this roof being the open part of his feet, for example. You could have gone down the fucking lot. That's the tree that's going like this here. Oh, that would expose your feet, but still. You could have jumped over here, land on the log, and then seen him. Like, there are so many other things you could have done, yet you stuck to the exact same place. You shot the current guy and the flare pistols, and yeah, okay, we got it.
They clearly couldn't take the pressure, knew they were going to lose, knew
Nope.
that their
Stop
chokes
lying.
were running out, and
Stop
they had
lying.
to do something about it.
Knew the chokes was running out. You mean the chokes that on this dead guy right here? This dead guy right here have frontiersman, so he have 3 chokes. Yeah, but he doesn't have frontiersman. How do you know? How do you know? Okay, fine, I'll give it. He doesn't have frontiersman. He got 2 chokes. He's out of chokes right now. The guy that's alive is the one that was dead just before. You have 1 flare, he have 2 chokes. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He got 2 chokes. He's not out of chokes whatsoever. He's not even remotely close to be out of chokes. He hasn't used a single one of the chokes he have. What are you gonna do? Why are you lying? This guy's dead. That's the guy that used his 2 chokes. Why are you lying?
This guy makes a desperate play to get his mate up at the expense of his own life, which would make you think that maybe his mate is the one that has the cheats.
Nope. That would make you think that maybe his mate is the one that generally plays better, or maybe he thought that this place here would keep him safe, or maybe he thought the choke and this here would keep him safe. Like, there are other things than cheats.
This time they might go back and forth who has the cheats whenever they want to de-rank and whatever. But
that's an assumption on your part. I thought you stuck to logical, rational facts. Demanding they uninstall and reinstall the game, just not game cheats, to swap who have the cheat is 110% irrational, and should allow you a free ticket to the mental asylum. If they use cheat, they use cheats. They're not gonna uninstall it just for your benefits of making a video. No one gives a fuck about you whatsoever. Like, you are completely irrelevant. You are one person out of, what, 20,000 people playing Hunt. Fuck it, 12,000 people playing Hunt. Like, you are making such a far out reach of desperation to call cheats that it doesn't even make sense living in reality. At 0.1% chance of it happening. If they use cheat, they use cheat regardless. They're not going to uninstall the cheat and place it on the other guy's computer just for your benefits, Joe.
I'll save that for the next episode with the next set of cheaters, and because that's an interesting thing in itself. But basically, it looks like he toggles it because he has to do that in order to win.
Nope,
like, neither person has Pika's advantage. We both come around the corner.
What did you just say?
Neither person has Pika's advantage. We both come around the corner. We both come into view at the same time.
Well, then you don't have the advantage in a winnable position, 100% winnable position. You're saying neither of you have the Pika's advantage. You're both appearing at the same time. You're saying this here is a 50-50. Already here, you're removing 50% of your chance to win. Like, where's the 100% chance to win if it's against a legit player? You already just made it a 50-50 chance.
Neither is standing still. So it's not like I'm standing still and he sees me and he's got Pika's advantage. I am moving. Just as he is moving, we see each other at the same time. He just beats my reaction. This is 3-star lobbies. I've proven that I have above average reactions.
Well, if it's 3-star lobbies and you have proven that you have above average reaction, wouldn't that then mean, in accordance to your first kill, for that matter, it would seem like you are the cheater? If you are at such low lobby area that reacting faster than you is impossible, wouldn't that then also make you, who can be ranked within the same frame of average people, above average reaction time people, would also be a cheater. I'm just saying above average does not mean you are top 1%. Above average just means you are top 49%. Middle is 50. Heck, if we take reaction time tests, you have one. Face reality, I'm a demigod reaction test. 157 milliseconds, demigod. Heck, they could be 156 millisecond. It would still give them above average. They could be 150 millisecond. I'm fairly certain. You show it here. Thank you. 157 to 150 to 160. So you're close. You're not even like in the center of this section here, like 15%. Also, this here doesn't really match. So if this is average, this should then be 50. So we just go 50 to 40, 40 to... How does it work? What range is this? Top 14. Yeah, so this here should be the top of it. And then this should go, this bracket here should go 14.8 up to 9.48. So this here is 14.8 to 9.48. And you are in the bottom part of that. There is only 60, not even 60 because 60 is also down here. So there's 59, 58, and 57. Like you're in the bottom part. So you're approximately down here of these people. And this spread here is not even that big compared to this one here. So this one here governs like a more average. And also 270 is not the average. The average goes from 250 to 300. That's the average reaction speed. This here is the average reaction. This here, no idea who lies there except for maybe elder people, but I don't even and young kids. I don't even imagine young kids and elderly people would take this score seriously, this test seriously, but whatever. South Korea, United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Spain. I was about to say spam. Singapore, Australia, Poland, France, Brazil. Countries, top 30% players. 5 sec attempts? 5 sequential attempts? 5. I know you take 5 clicks and then the average from it. Yours is 184, 170, 157. So you're just taking the 157 and making that out to be your overall score. If you then actually go down to the end and have some fun, there we go. You have a slow one we're going to ignore. 151, 157, 163. So if we do, god damn it. I just cropped out a little bit to not show my name, but still. We take 151, 157, 163, 174, 170, 174, thank you. 184, 191. Then that's 7 numbers. We then divide that by 7. Your average is 170. That's your average of these scores here. Yeah, but it's late in the night. I don't give a fuck. It could be early in the morning. It could be whatever time it is. Where do you show the... Was it down here? Move. Was it down here? There it is. 170 is your average. So you're laying in this bracket here. You're laying in top 22%. Meaning even people with an average, consistent average of 170 or less are better than you.
Yeah, but this is a 3-star bracket.
Sure. Why are you there? Could still be that they are there because of the same reason that you are.
So this guy has to have superhuman reactions
No,
of
he
like
doesn't.
MLG Pro
No, he
top
doesn't.
1% players.
No, he doesn't.
And I just don't believe that that's
Why
the
are you lying?
case. And you'll see from their profiles that it would seem like they're suspicious, putting it lightly.
No.
So we'll just play
Not
this
at all.
clip one more time. You can see we both step out basically at the same time, but it's
Yeah.
bang immediately. I can't even react to it, and
Okay.
I got pretty decent reactions, and I just could not do anything there. It
Okay.
just looked like he just aimbotted me because he had to
No,
do
he
that in order to win.
No, it
Just
didn't.
watch the reaction one more time.
Incorrect. Let's take it frame by frame. I already did this. It's gonna change on 1817. I'm gonna do this here just to make it even clear. 1817 to 1818. Let's take it. You can already see him. So let's go down here. Actually, let's take it here because right now you cannot see him whatsoever. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. His character changes on 23. This here changes light on 23, so 22. 22 frames. This is just to show I am on the demigod reaction test again. It's calculating his reaction speed to 157. So if I go back here, I then say his last was a slow one. Then he got was faster, roughly the same, and fast. So the first click on all of these here was the fastest. This one was the fastest. If we then take here, wait for green. Here we go. So the one before this one here. So it should be round here. 141, 42. I will go frame by frame, so I will count. I just need to wait for green now. Yeah, this is it. So when it says now, actually, that's funny. It's not even swapping instantly, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 frames. And that's your fastest on this one here. If we then go forward and we take approximately the same as you, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Again, 15. But this here is based on your fastest reaction. And this here is on the YouTube clip of this video and not on a Hunt server that's optimized for actual FPS and such. He's only, what is it, 15 to 22, that's 7 frames slower. This here is why I tell you, this here cannot be used for shit in a game. And yet you're using it for shit in a game. You're trying to say because he reacts faster than you do, who can do reaction speeds like one point click. Lift your mouse and click when it says now on a screen, rather than see the enemy, move to the enemy, and shoot him. You're saying that being 7 frames slower than you is insane. You're 7 frames slower than yourself in a fucking game. This is why I'm telling you, you can't use it for shit. In fact, if you want to use something, go to your channel, scroll down, scroll further down. I don't remember if you have it here. Gonna be funny to see. No, you don't. February, was it here? I want your, it's the Fortnite journeys. Day 8, I don't need that one. Day 1, did you have it here? Yes, you did. So let's see here. It's done calculating. Yep, it's done calculating. So this is your grid shot, aim lab grid shot. Your your reaction time in here is 251 milliseconds. Going between targets. Your high score is 86,612. I imagine this is your current score. This is your high score. No, wait. This is just your current run. This is the moment you were highest in it. Then it dropped down. You can also see that with your accuracy. When was your high score actually from? Oh, blue 99. Now, back to this here. You are slow when it comes to moving your mouse over to someone compared to the reaction time you claim to actually be having. You're slow. And if we then go further in, to 50. Whoops. Day 3. 246. Like, do you see the pattern? 251. 41. 241. Do you see the pattern now? And here we go. 251. 6. Aim lapse 20 seconds, so around here. Yep. 259. 6.6. We want this one. Intro, you don't have aim lapse. No aim lapse. No aim lapse. So between 241 and 259, that's your game reaction time. Proven by yourself multiple times. Come on. Go on.
Cheater. 100% cheater.
Nope.
There we go. Let's check the profile of Mr.
Okay, so now we're at the profile of this clip here. So we're going to go back to profile number 1. Yeah, clip 1 profiles.
Less than 1 KD, these super amazing players that just seem to always have the bugs of the engine on their favor, even though they're less than 1 KD. With 17 prestige, 100 rank. Don't know how you can play for so long and be so bad at the game. It makes perfectly logical.
Look, it makes perfectly logical sense.
And of course, he's only got 4 games on his account, on a 4-year-old account. Russian player.
Okay, so 4-year-old account, you could say that it's a Smurf account. You could also say that it's a kid getting his first account. You don't know. You are not the one that needs to be judging that. But okay, it's basically a private account. We kind of see your friends, which is weird because you would assume an anti-cheater are not hiding anything. We then know the one I know. The one Dread is your cousin because you have talked about that before. The one Dread are also hiding his friend. He got an 11-year-old account with 438 games. If you go into his games, he got 700 hours in Hunt Showdown.
Here, obviously not cheating. The 4-star, 1.2 KD.
Obviously not
Only
cheating.
marginally better than my KD. And he's got 88 rank and 49 prestige. And the guy's got 7 games on a 15-year-old account. He's
Okay.
got a clown, It, from Stephen King's It. Here.
So now evil clowns are also an indication. Why are you whining about their choice of pictures?
2,000 hours on Hunt Showdown.
Okay. So this guy here have more hours on Hunt Showdown than you do, and his KD is better than yours. I still don't see the problem.
I guess he cheats in Quake Champions as well.
Well, I guess he's not cheating in Quake's Champion as well, because he's not cheating in Hunt Showdown. That was the clip where Joe purposely left out how visible the death area was to help his argument that Joe was always in cover. I can show you one more time. There we go. Let me take him up frame by frame, because I need the area here between the trees. Trees. There we go. So Joe are in complete visibility right here, and he claims that this guy here is cheater based on Joe thinking he's in cover.
Yeah, 2,000 hours on Hunt Showdown. I guess he cheats in Quake Champions as well. Yeah,
No.
just another game, another gamer that only has Hunt Showdown. You can't afford games. You see, you can't afford games. It's not really a hard.
Why would you buy games if you're not going to play the games? I mean, I have games I haven't played yet either. But why would you spam your account with games you're not going to play, sorry.
Hardcore gamer, but knows about Hunt Showdown, and he's been playing.
Potentially, he knows about Hunt Showdown because he got 72 friends that have been telling him about Hunt Showdown, or because he's watching some streamer on Twitch that is playing Hunt Showdown.
Playing this and Quake Champions for like 15 years with Elder Scrolls Online.
And so what? I also have Elder Scrolls Online. I'm not a fan of it. I don't even think I have that many hours in it.
He's got 24 games.
Ooh, funny enough.
Scrolls Online.
Recently played, last 2 weeks, 3.6 hours in Quake Champions. He's still playing Quake Champions. And you're whining about him playing Quake Champions. Why? It makes your argument look weak. Now, let's continue.
He's got 24 games, 795 hours, 34 hours on Counter-Strike, 12 hours on PUBG, Paladins. Like, what's he been playing for 15 years?
Well, he created his Steam account and thought he was going to be playing, but didn't find any games that he actually wanted to spend money on. So he was studying, potentially. And then his friend said, let's play some games. And that's how he got into gaming, slowly and steady. And then lately, he have been playing a lot of Hunt Showdown, clearly. Quake Champions, clearly. So previously in his life, he had no time to be playing. Now he got time to be playing. What's the problem? I don't see it.
What's he been playing for 15 years?
Who says he has been playing for 15 years? You're not entitled to judge how they need to be handling their fucking Steam profile. What the fuck is wrong with you?
For 15 years.
15
Most of these
years.
games aren't even 15 years old.
Doesn't matter.
How many of these games are even 15 years old?
Doesn't matter. For that matter, he could have an epic account with Assassin's Creed or some other game that he has been spending a crap ton of time in. Fortnite, for that matter, that he spends a crap ton of time in. That's not on Steam, so you cannot see it. And on Steam, he's just been like, I think I'm gonna like this game here. Vermintide 2 is not for everyone. To begin with, it wasn't for me, but I started like actually enjoying it. So why are you judging Smite? I don't see the appeal to Smite, and apparently neither did he. He got 5 hours in Smite.
15 years, that's like 2011, right?
Well, as of the video I'm watching right now, which is 14 February, if we just take and say 2025, 1st January, he edited this video here. He didn't, but still. So 15 years. 15 minus 25. Yes, that's 2011. Oh, wait. 2010. Math ain't really mathin'.
Am I doing maths right?
No, you're not.
2011.
No, you're not.
When did Dota 2 come out? Definitely
Click on the
2011.
game!
Dota 2 came out.
Want to see something incredible, Joe? When did Armor 3 come out? Oh, sorry. 13. The One Dread. Let's go to Joe's profile, actually. There we go. When did Dead by Daylight come out? Oh my god, you can go to the Steam store. Metal Gear Solid. Oh my god, we can actually see the games. 2009. Street Fighter. 14. Marvel Snap. 23. Borderlands Game of the Year. 23. Dota 2. 13. You can actually click on the games on their profile and you will see it directly, so you don't need to look it up on Google or anything.
2013. So even Dota 2 is not a 15-year-old game. Quake Champions is not a 15-year-old game. Counter-Strike 2 is not a 15-year-old game. Counter-Strike Global Offensive might be. Maybe that's 2010. Counter-Strike 2012.
Sorry for that. I needed to do something.
2012. So even that's not 15 years ago. Look, Counter-Strike Global Offensive is not even 15 years old. Elder Scrolls Online is not 15 years old. PUBG is not 15 years old. Paladin.
Right now, he's reading through the games. You can see that on his mouse. Wank, 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 wank. But he's not showing it.
Is not 15 years old. Path of Exile is like 2011. That might be 15 years old. Destiny 2.
If it's 2011, then it's 14 years old. Like, math ain't mathin'.
Is not 15 years old. Vampire Masquerade Bloodhunt is not 15 years old. Smite is maybe 2012, 2011. Maybe that is 15 years old. Was it on?
2011 is 14 years old. 2012 is 13 years old. So no, it's not 15 years old. If you're like weirded out by the age of the game and you're saying maybe, go to the Steam store, click on the game's name, go to the Steam stores in form. What? Why doesn't this one have? Is this a patch? Blood for the Blood God? Okay, so this pack came out in 15. So it's at least before that, but fair enough. Left 4 Dead 1. Take it there. 2008. You can just click majority of the games and see their release date. Do that. Do
on
that.
Steam though in 2011. I don't think it was. I think it was had to download from their website before it came onto Steam. It came onto Steam at a later date. Ring of Elysium, I don't know what it is, but it's only got 36 minutes in it. Warframe, 32 minutes for him. He's had a Steam account for 15 years that doesn't have any games on it from 15 years ago. So this guy.
Yeah, he got his Steam account and said, I don't like any of these games, and then went to another platform. I mean, it's not rocket science. He got a bit. He created his Steam account, got no interest in the games he currently found, so he left it behind because he needed to study. It's not rocket science. Fuck it. He got his Steam account 15 years ago, found no games that he actually liked, not even Half-Life, and then he started having a girlfriend, boyfriend, family. He got promoted on his job. He got demoted on his job. He got fired from his job 15 years ago after creating the Steam account. So before creating the Steam account. So he thought, now I got time. Now I can play. Fuck it. There are so many arguments that can be used, examples, scenarios that can be used as a reason for why he got the account and yet don't have games from back then. But your argument is...
Guy's probably been making, he's either bought an account from somewhere that was already 15 years old, or he's created a bunch of accounts like 15 years ago.
Yeah, because all of us needs to be schizophrenic players that does exactly like your favorite YouTuber that creates a crap ton of accounts in order to be sure we have them to our disposal 20 years later, 10 years later. That seems insane. Who the fuck in their right mind would legitimately create an account? What the fuck? Create an account and then say, I'm only going to use it in 15 years. I would have forgotten it even existed.
But there's not a single game on here that's 15 years old.
Doesn't need to.
This is 100% a cheater account.
Okay, so because there is not a game that is 15 years old on that account itself, it then means he's a cheater. Make that make sense. So based on the account's age, the visibility of the account, and the age of the games on the account itself, you can then determine whether or not this person you're playing against is a cheater. Right.
100% cheater account.
Then we have this profiling down here.
There we go. Let's check the profile of Mr. Underscore here.
Yeah.
He's only got 81 games on a 16-year-old account. With nearly 3K hours on Hunt Showdown.
Okay.
And 97 games apparently.
Okay.
But some of those probably like free-to-play games or whatever. The games that he's played the most are Hitman 2, Counter-Strike 2, and then Hunt Showdown. Then really, he hasn't really played much of it.
That was a weird order you took it. Hitman 2, Counter-Strike 2, and then number 1 Hunt Showdown. Why not number 1, number 2, and number 3? No mind.
So, seemingly just an account here. He hasn't played any of the games on his account. All these other games that he's got, supposedly, he's never played them.
Okay, now you're using never played as an argument. Go to your profile, Captain Blue. You can also see here links to this YouTube channel of his own. 926 games. If we then scroll down, I'm sorry for this here, 21 hours, still some time on them. Here you got 46 minutes, 44 minutes, 44 minutes, 43 minutes. So like opening just to close it again. Here we go. Here. 1 minute in Titanfall 2. You have never played Titanfall 2, Smite, Neo Tokyo, Hexen 2, Disciple, all this here doesn't count as being played because you cannot experience the game. Vampire Masquerade Heartless Lullaby, that's a DLC of some sort. Half-Life Deathmatch, Grand Theft Auto, Alien Breed, all these games here doesn't even count as being played. But take those with absolutely 0 minutes in them. And there we go. Here. So we have a little under 50% on your account. If this here's, was that match 50? So that's 45, maybe. Maybe 45% of all games on your account are never played, never touched. So this here falls under the category of the exact same thing you're whining about him doing. If we say 40% around here, if we just take 40%, if we say 926, 926 multiplied by 40%, you have 370 games on your account that you have never touched. And that's literally never opened. Because the moment you just open a game, even playing the intro of the game, skipping the intro will give you a single minute in the games. And you're whining about this person here never having opened these games here.
So the so-called 96 games that he has on his account, he's never played them.
So the so-called 926 games Joe have on his account, he's never played them.
Never played the 96 games on his account. Yeah, so he's only played really Euro Truck Simulator, Beyond Two Souls, Fallout Shelter is a fucking mobile game, Police Shootout. You can class these as, I guess, some sort of playtime in them. Once you start getting down to here, it's like, this is it. This is where the games that he's played on this account start to basically end. So it's like here. These don't really count. These are just some bullshit. Like 1, 2, 3.
So Half-Life and up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at Left 4 Dead 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So 9 here. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
I forgot. We just take Joe's number.
Only 22 games.
22 games. Like, I forgot because he was also counting.
Games out of his 97 have been played.
22 out of his 97 have been played. 22 out of 97 multiplied by 100. 22.7%. 22.7%. 22.68%, whatever, has been played. That Joe took less. What was that?
And only like.
What was that?
Yeah, fucking time in them. Once you start getting down to here, it's like. So it's like.
So 30 minutes. I will go by this slowly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 2010, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 on Batman Arkham. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Oh, that was too far. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So you have Batman Arkham and Batman Arkham City Game of the Year. Oh, wow. Okay. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, 68. I skipped 66. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. You haven't completed this one whatsoever. And that was here, so 80. Wasn't it like this? 83. Otherwise, it's falling to my benefit. I gave him so many others. 83, 84, 85, 50, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. You've barely touched that game. Like, again, we're down to barely touch them. 9, that this should be the 200. Let's see what it says. So 200 on this one here.
Here, these don't really count. These are just some bullshit. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Only 22 games out of his 97 have been played, and only like maybe about 10 of them could you say have actually been played.
Okay, so he goes from this one here to saying actually been played. That's fine. So 200, 199, 198, 197, 196, 195, 194, 193, 92. So 192 of your, if we take this one here instead, come on, 192 out of 926 games have you actually been playing. If we then take his, you said 11 out of his 97 games. Sure, his percentage is lower than yours, but you also have far more games on yours that never has been touched.
Like, it takes a lot longer than 6 hours to complete Hitman Absolution, or Hitman Absolute Shit as I called it. So he never completed this game. He played it briefly and just didn't finish it.
Played it briefly. I hope you're having a... Oh, wait. So you didn't complete it either. If it takes a lot longer and 6... What was this? 6.2? 6.2 hours are only briefly playing it, then this here wouldn't be much more than just briefly playing it also.
Like Left 4 Dead 2, you'd play that for a lot longer than 6 hours. This is like
No. You would open it, figure out that it's shit, and then leave it again.
time wasting.
Yes,
So
exactly.
really, like, I don't know anything about this game. So if you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, only 11 of the 97 games have any actual game time in them. And he's basically spent all of his time playing Hunt Showdown on it. So this is a cheater account, basically.
Okay, so it's a cheat account because he doesn't have that many games and he have a life outside of gaming, which means your account is a cheater account because you have so many games where if we go down here, ooh, that was actually a very good spot. What's this? 25% of the entire list here you have never touched. Only 25%. Now, what is this? From up here, down here, this portion here are the games Joe have been playing. He said under 10 hours, badly never been touched, badly never played. So if you do that to Joe, well, then the other guy are having far less of a cheater account than what you're having. What you're doing with your account, Joe, is just adding a crap ton of games. You can see how slow it scrolls to the side. How a crap ton of games to your account just to say, look at me, I'm a gamer. But you're using the argument that only cheaters would do that. So you are the king of cheaters by fleshing your account with games you're not using at all. And even here, we are having you purchase this here in a bundle. Holy crap. Final Fantasies in heaps amounts. Flotilla. What in the actual kindergarten shit is this? Sorry. Freedom Force. No idea what that is. 2005 game. Oh, if we take this game was released in 2005. You have never touched this game here. When was your Steam account created? In 2008. So you literally got a game before that's released, before your Steam account was created, to fake your legitimacy of your account. The legitimacy of your account. Are we done looking at people's account now, Joe? Because right now you're incriminating yourself more than you're incriminating them. And I'm not even like done with this section here. I'm done listening to you right now because you're proving to everyone you don't fit in the standards you're applying to others. So yes, I'm done looking at all of this because there's nothing you can say in here that will not make your account look even more like a cheater account than theirs are. Let's see your outro. I didn't hear that actually.
I think I'm going to leave it there for this episode because this is going on like nearly half an hour. I thought it might not be this long.
Okay.
So I'm going to relegate the bonus clip to next week's episode. And I'm just going to leave it there just because I don't want these videos to be too long. I know I'm not editing them, so it makes it easier to put out, but I don't want to just make the videos like super bloated. You can kind of argue that this is because I'm kind of just going over the same stuff, but I thought it was interesting.
No, it's bloated because you are adding completely irrelevant arguments that is incriminating you even more than it's incriminating them. That's why it's bloated. Because it's completely irrelevant. And not because you're adding the profiles in there. It's bloated because your account are worse than theirs.
To look at their profiles to see how they're basically so similar, and in how they are laid out. They're both like the same kind of years old, the same kind of games, the same kind of playtime, and it just seems to me.
Well, to me, it seems monkey see, monkey do. They see the king of bloated profiles, Joe Blue, do this. So they learn to do this from their master of cheating. They need to have an old account and add a crap ton of games they don't use in order to look more legitimate. That's what it seems like. They know someone like you, Joe, who are having an old account with many games, barely touching any of them. Because that's the argument you're using.
Me, like, these are blatantly cheater accounts. Usually cheaters private their games so that you can't see them, probably for this very reason.
Wait. One more time?
These are blatantly cheater accounts. Usually cheaters private their games. So
let's try this here one more time. The one dread. These are not privated. Their friends are. Back to blue. Your friends are privated. The Filth of Hunt showdown number 2. Cheaters force you to medkit. We have the one dread being spectated. Let me show you here. This here is no spectate. And you can see Joe dying here. You can also hear him.
no footsteps.
What the fuck was that?
4 meters, like right on top of me. Is this a solo or something?
Then he goes into spectate the one dread.
Like,
What the
Nade on my head.
And you can see there's another teammate here, so it's a trio.
Are you? On the team.
Yeah, another team.
this is right.
I'm dead. Hey,
is he?
fuck off.
Is that a trade?
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
a trade. I think it was a trade. You want to get Joshua quick time.
Anyway, right. Trying. Haters fault. Oh my
Mate,
god.
these guys are cheating. There's like no footsteps, man. They can't be moving in on us like that.
So you have them there. I'm fairly certain there's also a clip here. So it's Jono, whatever. You have it's Jono, Joe Blue, Captain Blue, the one dread, all of them together. Then you have Captain Blue hiding his friends. You have the one dread with the same logos down here, hiding his friends. And then, was it a set? It's Jono. Okay, if I can spell. Jono. There we go. It's an O. There we go. Completely private profile. How do I know this guy is the actual one? We take him. Okay, I will admit that was a little more difficult because Joe privated his profile. Jono privated his profile. I will need to go back into my videos. We have the Steam ID up here. ITZGNNO, not 0O. I needed to find my own video. The number 1 cheater defender I can do better 10 months ago, 26th March 2024. We have it's Gano here, VACBAN. We have the Steam community ID that you cannot change. Let me do this here. There we go. Steam community that you cannot change. We have the friends of the profile. So now we have everything here together. Then we go to the other one. If we just slowly take a look, Steam ID says Steam _0:1:11 1189 1189 1. 11. Wow, that was large. Smaller. 1189, 1189, 1. We then take Steam 3, U1 2378, 2378, 3. U1 2378, 2378, 23. Just 3, sorry. We have community ID 76 56 11 98 1980 89 5 11. 76 56 11 98 1980 89 511. Custom URL you can change, as you can see here, custom URL. Because then the URL becomes the custom URL with it behind. Custom Steam ID, you cannot change. It's the exact same here as up here, because the community ID, not custom, Steam ID, Steam ID URL, Steam community URL. So steamcommunity.com profiles, the exact same as the community ID. CSGO friend ID, meaning this here is also specific to himself. S27 MN8FCL. This profile here is the exact same profile as down here. This image here is the exact same image I opened a crap ton. Is the exact same image as there. So as you can see, these two profiles here are the exact same. Back then, this profile on Steam ID was still showing Captain Blue and the One Dread. Still showing that. Joe had one friend with a VAC ban. The One Dread have 3 friends with a VAC ban. Still a VAC ban 7 years ago. 10-year-old account. As you can see here, he used to have this profile here and are now hiding his friends also. Joe wants to incriminate people based on the things him and his teammates are also actively doing. Completely private profile, no games to be found. If we take Joe and take this one, not this one. Joe, he's hiding his friends to hide the fact that he's friends with cheaters. We take the One Dread, if I can spell, the One Dread. Again, come on. Again, hiding his friends in order to hide the fact that he's friends with cheaters. And it's Gano, ITZGNNO, hiding his profile to hide he's a cheater. I mean, if you want to argue one thing, Joe, be sure it's not a thing that can be used against you. Seriously.
So that you can't see them, probably for this very reason, that you can't basically see that they don't have a legitimate 15 years played, or even in some cases games that are 15 years old, at least.
What about having a game that's older than your Steam account on your Steam account that has never been touched? It's the exact same thing, just giving a false idea of what actually is happening.
Of any serious game time in them, and I think it's very obvious that these are clearly cheater accounts. And
well, in the case that this makes it clearly obvious that they're cheater accounts, then it is clearly obvious that your account is a cheater account. Like, if you can use it against others, it needs to be possible to use the exact same thing against you. If their low amount of game time means they're cheaters, then your low amount of game time means you're a cheater. The percentage falls in their favor because they have less games they want to focus on, where you're literally fleshing your account with a crap ton of games you have never touched. Ever. And for that matter, You're taking a certain amount of hours in the game and saying this is the limit. When we do that with your account, 70% of your account has never been touched compared to your own logic. Like, doing these things, Joe, makes you look 10 times worse than these people here. They might have 80 games they have never touched, 100 games they have never touched, 100 games that have under 10 hours on their account. You have more than 600 games on your account that has never been touched. Make it make sense. Be sure that you're doing better than what you're using to incriminate others for. Okay?
Most cheaters seem to have the intelligence enough to private those things because it usually, most of the time, it is. But in this case, apparently, these people didn't private the games list, and you can basically see quite clearly these are bullshit accounts that were bought for the purpose of cheating on. And I think it's pretty concrete in my reasoning in regards to that. So, but look out for next week's episode. There is some interesting stuff in the next week's episode.
Let's go back on it a little bit.
Things because it usually, most of the time, it is. But in this case, apparently, these people didn't private the games list, and you can basically see quite clearly these are bullshit accounts that were bought for the purpose of cheating on. And I think it's pretty concrete in my reasoning in regards to that. So, but look out for next week's episode. There is some interesting stuff in the next week's episode. I already have the clips lined up. I would have put them here and had one big episode, but it'd be like whatever, an hour long probably. So I'm going to cut it up, and you'll see.
I mean, even your cousin are doing the exact same thing as you, having just opened the games. Like, what is this? You're not playing the game as you're telling the others. They're not playing the game when they're just doing this here. They just open, leave it, and think this is enough. Like, and if we then go to 10 plus hours, then we are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20. That's 30. I was almost about to do 2010 again. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 30, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. What's that then? That's 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 102, 103, 104, 105. 105 out of 501. Again, just reaching above 20% of the games on this account here. If you want to incriminate people based on this, be sure your cousin, your teammate, it's Gano, and yourself are better than that. Because you and your friends are doing the exact same thing. So you're incriminating yourself by demanding others must be incriminated based on the things you are worse at. Monkey see, monkey do. Okay? You have seen these guys here are cheaters, and you can correlate this to your own behavior because you know you're a cheater, and your own behavior is reflected in their account also. So you say this here also makes them a cheater. Monkey see, monkey do. You're a cheater based on all these things here, and you know it. So you're making them a cheater based on the exact same behavior you're exhibiting. Monkey see, monkey do. I'm just repeating what you're saying. I'm not repeating my own opinion. I'm repeating your opinion. It's that simple. No, this was a far too long a video, but details. If you watched all this, I applaud you, because you did well. And I'm sorry it took so long, but Joe doing this crap here, it needs to get exposed.